schedule for the day, and not just for the regular after party webinar as well. So we have two-parter. In deep dive, we always have two parts. So do not forget that if you're in if you're in deep dive, you have the best of both worlds.
So this is something perhaps that we will use in the future, but not right now. Guys, if you've got any questions at any point,
all right. When you're ready, Dr. Derek, you'll let us know, right? I know you're working on it, so it's not a problem at all. Where's Sister Dr. Benny? Wait, I'll pass it back to you until Dr. Derek puts his gadgets together. Dr. Derek is ready. Okay.
Recording in progress.
Good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's a pleasure being with you today, Thursday, August 10th, 2023. We are in Globally Changing Lives, Deep Dive, an official ONPASSIVE webinar. And we are honored and blessed to have each and every one of you with us, those who are watching us live and those who are watching us via YouTube. We appreciate you joining today. We're going to start initially with a welcome tune so we can be all excited for what's coming up next. And that tune will be played by Dr. Derek Clark. And the tune is by our very own global ambassador, Sister Lerato Shadare, In It to Win It. So at this stage, I'll pass it over to Dr. Derek to cue it in for us, and please watch the special effects as the music plays. Thank you. Over to you, Dr. Derek.
We are here. We
ONPASSIVE. Thank you so much, Dr. Derek. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Shadare. We appreciate the music as well. We are definitely in it to win it. And we're standing clear the closing doors of our ONPASSIVE station. Now we're moving to the next item, which is the mindset. Our CEO promises us the physical, and we're dealing with the other aspect of it. And the person who is going to talk to us about our mindset today is none other than Queen JW. She is one of the best. She's an she's an inspirational speaker, and she's an entrepreneur, and she's a mom. She's a global ambassador. She has so much to offer to us today, and we're going to listen to her talk to us about whether we are ready. Now, are we ready to hear what Queen JW has to share with us? Are we ready to move on this journey with everyone else who is here with us? Let's put our minds at ease by listening to what Queen JW has to share with us. Without further ado, Queen JW, the microphone is yours. Over to you, my darling. Keep smiling.
Yes, good evening, good evening. Thank you so much, Queen Debbie. You always look so beautiful. Thank you, Dr. Derek. Thank you, Dr. Betty. Appreciate you, Dr. Patient and Dr. John, and the amazing brand ambassadors. Aren't we excited? I know we should be. We should be holding on to our seats so tight. But you know what? I like Bill. I think it was Bill. Mr. Ellis said, just breathe, take a breath. Just relax. But at the same time, there's things we need to have in place. And that's why tonight the topic is, are we ready? And it's not something we haven't heard before, but it doesn't hurt to hear it over and over and over again, because I think it's needed, because that's where we're at. I could have talked about, we will get there. But what is important right now, are we ready? And that's what is important. Yeah, I traveled today. I just arrived in South Carolina with my family. So I'm in a different whole environment, and I'm happy to be here. Yes, so we're going to talk about, are we ready? And then how do we get ready? And I know Dr. John had given us financial information, Queen Miriam, Dr. Derek himself, even Queen Debbie, even Dr. Betty. And myself, Dr. Tanisha Ford, we've been hitting the mindset from day one, even before I even joined this platform. So for us who is still on the fence or not sure, I don't think there's anything you need to be unsure about anymore. This company is so transparent. Our CEO is so transparent. He hides nothing. He tells us just what we need to know. And so far, when he said trust the company, I would say he's doing a great job, and for us to trust in him. He's always showing up. He always keeping his word. The team is amazing. They're doing their part. We don't have anything to worry about. The heavy lifting is being done for us. And when I hear Mr. Ashman say, just a little effort, just a little effort. And some of us can't even imagine that or take the time. You have to take time for your business, because like Ash Mafara said, this is the real business with real products and real people, So we got a lot to be excited about. This is the first time for some of us to even be a business owner. I mean, and really being able to register a business and file taxes, and it's the best thing ever happened. And like Ash said, if you're 40 and over, this is your last opportunity. So we got to take this very serious, no matter if you're below 40 or above 40. This is an opportunity above all opportunities we will ever get. So tonight, I just want to reinforce the things that already been spoken over and over and over again. And it's time to start to plan and take action. And that's one way of getting ready, by preparing oneself, by planning and taking the necessary actions that we need to take before the apples come. You know, if your focus is on the apples, you're going to miss it, because it's not about the apples. Because I remember Ashma Farah, our CEO, our friend, said, don't worry about the apples, because the apples is going to be there. So you don't have to worry, am I going to make $100 this week? Because you're going to be making far more than that. So you don't worry about the apples, but you start putting things in place. And the first thing I know, of course, we have to pray and ask God. You have no problem. We got it made once we trust in Him. So that's the first part, just trusting in God and believing in Him. Once you got that, you will be able to be successful in this journey. It all depends in what you want. And like Dr. T was saying, what is your why? And your why is the one that's going to push you, that make you get up in the morning or get up in the afternoon, whenever you feel like, to say, you know what, let me go in my back office and see what's happening. Let me go see if I fill out my ONET profile. Is that all done? Am I getting things in order for the transition? Because we're going to be transitioning over. You're not going to stay in your Gmail and somebody telling you never to check your OES. It's not going to have businesses. Some of you already have goals already that you already started on, and some don't have any. So this is the perfect time, and not only now, but even before then, that we should start preparing ourselves and planning. You know, now you have the opportunity to start seeing your dreams. If you had put them on the back burner, you're going to put them on the front burner. If you had goals that was on the side, you wasn't paying no mind because you were so caught up in your job, in your family, in life itself. Now with ONPASSIVE, it gave us the opportunity to say, hey, oh my gosh, we can dream again. You know, we can dream again. We got goals. You know, some of you might have wanted to be singers or book writer, publishers. You never know, cookie bakers, whatever it may be. This is the perfect opportunity. So you know you're going to need a business name. And we've been saying that for quite some time. So it's no more now, do I need a business name? Yes, you need a business name, and you need to have that business name already. You need a URL, because all of that going to somehow connect to your domain when the time comes. So don't wait till the time comes to say, oh my God, I don't have a business name. Girl, what do you think I should name my business? No, you don't need all that. That's why you got now. Do it now and make life easy. Do it later and you have a struggle, you'll be confused, you don't know which direction to do. It don't need to go that way. You know, life is very simple. Keep it simple. Next, you're going to need not only a business name, but you're going to need to get prepared to what you're going to register your business as. Is it going to be a LLC or a sole proprietor? It could be anything. In the Caribbean, it's going to be a BV or NV, or you also have the opportunity to be a sole proprietor. All these things need to be in place. You need to go down to your chambers of commerce and find out the costs. You don't have to wait till the apples come. Life goes on. You know what I mean? It's some things you can handle without waiting for the apples, because you know you can move. You know, I move sometimes now because I said, oh, I'm passive. I'm a business owner. and I don't limit myself to the things I can do. I mean, I don't go crazy, but I said, I'm going to be a business owner. I should be able to do this. And I go ahead and do it because I'm elevating my mind. I'm setting my mindset for higher achievement, higher goals, no more limits. So if you start unlimiting yourself, you will start, your mindset will catch up and do, it will be awesome. It'll be magnificent. You need to get to know a CPA, either through your banker. You got to visit the bank. You got to find out some information. If you have two accounts, if you know you have two accounts in different banks, well, then maybe one you can put your business money in until you open a business account, because there's different fees for different banks. Some is 500 and up. Those are things you need to look into. Dr. Derek said it. Dr. John said it. We need to implement it. Get out there and start taking the steps. Do not wait till the last moment, because Mr. Ashmafarber said you can easily get lost. And that's true, because when you miss one little information, it throw you completely off. And you don't have to with this company, because you know what? You could go back later and look at it. So, and nobody has no excuse. Excuses is for losers. They don't want anything. They don't want to go anywhere. They are just comfortable in their comfort zone, and that's it. And if you want to be comfortable, then you don't want nothing. But if you get uncomfortable to become comfortable, then you have achieved exactly what you want in your life and in the life of your children and your communities. The next thing you need to find out is about the business accounts. And I dab on that a little bit. Find out from your banker. Some in the Caribbean, you might have to go to a notary, find out from your banker, but the notary sometimes cover the whole package. Sometimes it could go from 1,800 to 2,000. Find out these things. I did that with my team. We found these things out. We got the paperwork. So everything is aside. So when the time comes, they're ready to do what they got to do. They know how to do it. They don't have to, we don't have the paper or we can't find it. That is your responsibility to put that paper in a safe place. And if you don't have it, it's your responsibility to reach out and say, you know what, I don't have that form. Could you pass that on to me again? And I gladly will. Okay? Beneficiaries, have your beneficiaries lined up, just in case something you have heard of people just passing left and right. And we don't never know when our day comes. But make sure these things are set in place, because if they're not set in place, the government come and they take everything that you got. It's not, they don't follow the Bible when they say give it to the next of kin. That part they don't see. That part they don't understand. But you got to understand it for yourself and make sure that your business, is go pass on to the rightful people in your family or friends, whatever you want to do with your money. That's your business, So just make sure that is done. You got to decide if you're going to write a will or a trust. Now, I hear trust is more better than a will, but that's your own. You got to find out that information for yourself and make your own choice on which is best for you. Okay? Also, Queen Miriam talking about your EIN, going in, checking it out, making sure everything is clear, getting your EIN number. All these things we need to do. And you know what? Thank God for deep dive. Because without deep dive, some of us would not, I wouldn't be able to tell you this because I learned it from here. So I'm only repeating what I learned. You see? So when you attend these webinars, you learn and you can pass it on to your team. You could go back, not your team per se, but the people that you invited in. Don't leave them on the fence, because Ash said he wants a family. So don't leave them on the fence. You brought them in and, that's they'll get by or they'll find their way. No, we got to help them, because some people is not accustomed. They're not accustomed of somebody helping them. They're not accustomed that we have a visionary man as Ashma Farah, a man of integrity, a man of compassion, stepping out of his comfort zone to help each and every one of us. He's not only helping himself, but he's helping each and every one of us. And we got to be so grateful Not to say we got to get down and kiss his feet, but we got to be grateful that somebody take the lead and said, you know what? I want to make this earth a better place. I want to stop the suffering. I mean, right there in Orlando, there's so much homeless and people are living in tents. People are living in tents, you know. People is all along the streets on drugs. Some are homeless, even mothers with children. You see it every day. And that's where we come in. I remember when Mr. Ashmore talked about the woman that he wanted to help, and then his wife say, "Hey, we got to look in a little more. We just going to give her money and like that." And they went about it a way where they just don't give her money to help, but find out what was her situation and how they can better help her. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to help Ashmore to uplift humanity. At the same time, we be uplifting ourselves. You ever hear your CEO at work say, Jackie, go ahead and work on yourself first, and then you can help others out. No, it's all about them. But Mr. Ashmafari is not all about him. He's selfless. It's all about us. He wants to see us prosper. He does. He really does. When you hear his talk the other night, I mean, he was so, everything is from his heart. He's not having it written down. He's right in his office at home with his children and his family, and he's speaking from his heart, telling us, hey, you need a laptop, and not just any kind of laptop. And Dr. Derek has shared that over and over with us, the kind of computer that we will need to accommodate these AI products that we will be stocking in our website. So we need, and don't worry about, hey, I don't have the money right now, but you know exactly what you have to buy. So you already did your research, so you could put that there, like Dr. John says, set up your budget. Set up your budget. If you got to start saving for it, start saving. Don't wait for no apples, because you've been living all the while. You ain't just start living today. You was living all the while. You was buying your groceries. You was paying your rent and all those things. It just doesn't stop because ONPASSIVE came into the picture. No, life begins. Your dreams and your goals. Those are the things that are in operation right now. And that's why you need to prepare and plan. And above all, take action. So those are just some of the things that I thought was important for we to start focusing on, and it's much more. You got to learn about investment, and Dr. John and them could cover all that because they are experts on that. I'm not an expert on it, but I could say, hey, you got to know some investments. I know real estate is one, but there's many more that we could invest in. And you can't keep all your money in the bank. You got to spread it out. You got to invest your money. I hear some people have lawsuits and they have like $80,000. But if they don't invest some of that $80,000, they will be in the same boat as when they started, and they would have not accomplished anything. Those opportunities only come once in a while, and Ashma Flora talks about it. And ONPASSIVE is an opportunity for each and every one of us. It's the best business we can have, and we're going to be in the best shape ever. And I believe that with all my heart. And I want each and every one of us to believe it too, because it's so true. If he fails, we fail. But let me tell you, trust the company. Get the things that you need to be prepared or put into action. Start working on them. And I won't say think about it. There's no more thinking about it. ONPASSIVE is a real deal. You don't need nobody to tell you that no more. You don't need nobody to show you that no more. It's a done deal. So let's get with it, do what we got to do. I don't think I will recap a little bit. Insurance, your beneficiaries, your accounts, your business, a safe place. I remember probably about 3 months ago when Dr. Derek talked about inventory, and I was like, I know I write these things down, but when he said that I couldn't find it, you should have seen me running through my house looking for the papers and I couldn't find it. When you look, it was because I was clearing up. I threw the stuff in the garbage, but thank God it didn't go to the garbage bin outside as yet. Write your stuff down. You know, people, and it's bright. Thank you, Queen Debbie. I thank you, Dr. Derek, John, and Dr. Patience, and all the brand ambassadors. Thank you so much, and have a beautiful webinar.
Oh, thank you so much, Queen JW. Thank you. Thank you. We get to see you shine in the right form, the right way that we need it, more than we tell you.
Thank you.
If we don't tell you often, just know we do. Okay?
No. Thank you.
You're welcome. So at this stage, we're going to call on anyone who has any question or observation or comment on Queen JW's presentation on Are We Ready? Are we ready? This is the right time. This is the right time to raise your hand and share with us before we move forward. Oh, Queen Dr. Benny is already ready, and she's here ready for us. You may proceed, Queen Dr. Benny. You were ready before you were born.
Oh yes, I am ready. Greetings to each and everyone. Welcome to this amazing webinar. Anyway, I want to take this moment first to thank our Heavenly Father for bringing Queen Jackie here. Anyway, most importantly, our CEO, right? If it wasn't for our CEO, we will not be here today. And for me to see Queen Jackie. Queen Jackie says, ONPASSIVE is a done deal. Are you kidding me? Now, do I love ONPASSIVE? Oh, yes. I mean, I don't think you should ask me whether I love ONPASSIVE or not. ONPASSIVE is everything to me. ONPASSIVE is my life. People don't know that. You guys should know today. And you guys know that I'm married to ONPASSIVE, so don't play with ONPASSIVE. Anyway, Queen Jackie, you make us to understand that we have to write our wills, right? Wills. So how about people who don't have children? You should write it to aunties, nieces, something like that. Okay.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It got to be somebody that you want to bless. It doesn't have to be family. It could, people usually bless people, even strangers. So they don't have children, but they have nieces and nephews and they want to bless. Why not? They don't have to tell them anything, but they have to have it in writing just in case.
Oh, thank you. So a statement that you made that makes me so happy. You make me to understand, I believe all of us here, that if it wasn't for deep dive, dream team, you will not be able to really know what is happening nowadays. You enjoy deep dive. Deep dive provide all the information that you need. I really appreciate that. And you are 100% correct. Deep dive. So please, I expect each and everyone next week, call your brothers and sisters to join Deep Dive. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Amen, Dr. Benny. Thank you so much. Queen Sister Sharon in the house. Canada is represented. Welcome.
Well, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everybody. My name is Sharon from Canada. Thank you, Queen Jacqueline. Boom, you did it again. I just love that presentation. That was so wonderful. About pieces of paper that you threw out by mistake. I'm bad for that. I'm always writing things down on this piece of paper, that piece of paper. And then once a week I try to gather them up. I got smart though. Got smart and I got myself 2 books. I have 2 books for ONPASSIVE. A book for everything that I need in the back office in my ecosystem, and a book for notes, because all these pieces of paper, then you're like, oh my God, where is that? What paper is this on? And it could be big paper, small papers. I'm just, oh my God, what am I doing? And I misplaced, I even wrote it once on a napkin because I couldn't find a piece of paper quick enough. And I went crazy. I'm like, what did I do with that napkin? I always find them all. But I'm like, okay, Sharon, this is ridiculous. Get a book, put it in a book, and then you'll be good to go. Also, Dr. T, one webinar did mention about a vision board. You can do a vision board, which is great, but also that can be your third book and have like a dream book, a vision book. It could be 6 months, 5 months, a year, 2 year, your 5-year plan. It's never too late to start a 5-year plan. You want to live forever, so you can dream about living forever, if anything. And then when it comes to, I'm one of those people that don't have any children, and but I have lots of nieces and nephews, and I have a few sisters, but I'm really not connected with them. And they are beautiful people. I don't have a relationship with them, but they are beautiful people. Some of them I do see, most of them I don't. But you also have to think about who you're going to leave this beautiful gift to. It can't be just anybody. It has to be somebody with a big heart like us. It has to be somebody that you can trust that's going to do the work that we are here to do, the work that Ash wants us to do, which is giving back to humanity. So it's not just anybody. It could be somebody you love, but then again, it could be somebody that you really, really like. It's somebody that you know that has a big heart and that is already trying to make a difference, that is already going out there and donating to different charities and walking for different charities, and people that are helping other people without even asking if they need help, just doing it. So I had to really, really think hard on who I'm going to leave this beautiful gift to. And I already have a couple of people in mind. And I'm not going to tell them. They're not going to know until the time comes. I will probably help them out before that. But I just love everything that you said. And everybody should like really listen and really think about your next move. And if you haven't, register your business. You need to register your business. And Dr. Derek did say, I don't know, about a year ago or something, he said, I believe that you don't have to have, say if you have like 2 or 3 or 4 positions here in ONPASSIVE, you can register them under one name, under one company, or you can have different names, different companies. I believe that that's what Dr. Derek said a few months ago or a year ago. I can't remember. Again, it's in my notes somewhere. But so you got to think about that and think about what are you going to register it. And again, you can register as far as opening up a bank account, which you need to have a business name to open up a bank account. You can figure out if you're going to do 1 bank account or 2 bank accounts. I have 2 positions, and I'm thinking about doing Canadian and American. So I can have, because it's American money that we're getting anyway. So I'm going to do a Canadian bank account and American bank account and do 2 different names is where I'm going. So I have family in the US. I have family in Canada. I'm Canadian American with a touch of Irish. Heinz 57, mixed up kid. And I am going to, one of the people I am going to bless will be in the US and one in Canada. Thank you for allowing me to speak, and thank you so much, Sister Jacqueline. I really love what you said. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Queen Sharon. Amazing, amazing.
We appreciate your input, Queen Sharon. Thank you. You're not the only Canadian who appreciates Queen JW. Ibrahim is also chiming in from Toronto. So we also appreciate you, King Ibrahim, for chiming in on Queen JW's presentation, as well as Queen Hyacinth. We appreciate you as well. And we welcome everyone, including Queen Amal Fataya. So at this stage, we're moving to the no more hands raised, so we're moving to the next segment on Passive Ecosystem 101 for all users. We heard a portion of that on Tuesday, and today, let's open our ears and hear about ONPASSIVE 101 for all users. Whether you are a founder or not a founder, this is the time for us to get your notepads and be ready, because the professor, one and only Professor King Dr. Derek, is going to be the one to instruct us on on Passive Ecosystem 101. Over to you, Dr. Derek.
One. Okay, wonderful. Okay, Mercy. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much. Really, really appreciate it. I do thank you all very much for being here today and participating in this lovely, wonderful webinar. Thank you very much. Some mindset from our Queen JW, Jacqueline Warner. And that is why the word always say, let this mind be in you as it was in Christ. Because it's very important that the mind is healthy, the mind is stable, and the mind is of love. Offered in that Singapore webinar this morning. All right. So thank you all very much. Thank you very much for your comments, Queen Sharon. Really appreciate it. It soon get cold, so you need to start to fly south like the birds them. I don't know the birds them. I tell you, that's why I love birds. You know, they're very articulate where that is concerned. Start get too cold, they fly south. So Sharon, Queen Sharon, start flying south. All right. And thank you very much. I appreciate. So on Tuesday, we dealt with the computer version of how to, get this whole ecosystem 101. But we have to remember that a lot of people is using phone because they don't afford for whatever reason, they don't have a laptop or a computer, a desktop, and computer is either desktop or laptop. All right, so they don't have a computer. So they have to use their phone, and it's a little different. It looks a little different on the phone, and the functionality is a little slightly different. And so therefore we're going to look at that as it relates to the phone. All right, so pay particular attention to those phone users, and it basically the same whether it's a iPhone or an Android. You might have, but the best thing to do is save it on your desktop. That's the best thing to do. Just save the ONPASSIVE ecosystem right there on your desktop, so you don't have to be going all over the place and going there and going this and clicking this and typing ONPASSIVE ecosystem and no. Save it on your desktop, so you can just, because it's right there in the bottom right of my my phone display, right? Or your home screen, right? That's the word I'm looking for, right? First Lady Queen Dr. Benny, the home screen. So you right there on your home screen, on my home screen, right? I just click on it, and it comes up, right there. And as I said on Tuesday, if you scroll up, which most of us don't do any scrolling, we just come to the login page and we just log in. We don't even bother look left, right, or center. No, we just boom and we log in. But if you scroll down from the login page, you have a lot of resources there. And all of our 5 offices that we have, one in United States, one in Singapore, one in India, one in the United Arab Emirates, and of course the latest and the greatest one in Egypt. And if you scroll down a little further, you see all the payment processors that ONPASSIVE is dealing with. Right, so these are all the payment processors, and below that is of course the social medias that ONPASSIVE is on. So please, if you have Facebook, log into Facebook and follow ONPASSIVE. If you tweet, log into your tweet and follow ONPASSIVE. I think the other one is Instagram. So if you're into Instagram, log into your Instagram and follow ONPASSIVE. If you're into LinkedIn, I think that IN is LinkedIn. Log into your LinkedIn and please follow ONPASSIVE. And the last one to the far right, of course, that is YouTube. So please click on the YouTube icon and subscribe and notification all, please, right? Because it is, listen, it is so, let me actually click on it, right? Because it is so heart rendering for me, all right? And I'm not Ash Mufari, but it's very, very disrespectful, I should say. It is very disrespectful that we have at least 1 million founders, at least 1 million founders, right? 1.4 million founders position, but at least we have 1 million founders thereabout, right? And we only have 1,000 subscribers. All right, we should have at least over 1 million, because a few of these are not founders. A few of these are just the general public, and yet still we can't reach 1 million. That don't make any sense to me, really and truly. So if you are on this webinar, if you are on YouTube, and you know, just go to onpassive.com. If you don't have an ecosystem, just go to onpassive.com, click on YouTube, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, our ONPASSIVE YouTube channel, of course. Please subscribe. All right. So let us go back to the login page. And of course, the login page, you just put in your information and log in, right? And when you log in, this is the view that you are going to see. So you see, it's a lot different from Tuesday when we had the laptop or the computer or the desktop computer or whatever it is. This is the view that you are going to see. However, good news, you can kind of change that view, right? You can change that view by clicking on the 3 little dots and click on desktop site. Desktop site. It might be called a little different or name a little different on your Apple. I'm not even sure. Maybe Queen First Lady Dr. Benny, as an iPhone user, can maybe let us know exactly what it is called on her iPhone 14 or 15, whichever one she has, right? But if you check this little box here, right, you notice that the view becomes a little different, and it kind of open it up a little differently. So you can actually see a lot better, and you see more information on one page, right? You see more information on one page. So if I was to log in, if you notice, bam, more information is on the one screen, right? You see a lot more. So it kind of now operates a little bit more like a computer or a laptop or a desktop computer, right? So you see more information all at once. You see a better view all at once. And if you turn your phone, right, horizontal, as I said, then, you know, you are able to see it a little better, right? But let us put it back how most people use it, right? Because this is how most people use it. All right. And so you get a better view. So let us look at it this way first, because this is where your menu, right? Unlike your computer, the menu would be on the left-hand side of the screen, right? But for the phone, the menu is that icon that is at the top left, right beside the ONPASSIVE logo at the top left, right above updates, because you have updates at the top left also, but above updates, then you have a blue icon with an octagon going around and keep going around, but it doesn't close, and it's right to the left of your ONPASSIVE logo. So if you click on that icon, right, then that is where the menu comes out or pops out, right? That's where the menu pops out. And so as a founder, the next thing right beside the dashboard, you will see your O-Founders logo. That would not be in the other users. They would not see the O-Founders logo. And then beside that, you have O-Mail. Beside O-Mail, you have O-Net. Beside O-Net, to the right of O-Net, you have O-Trim. And then to the right of O-Trim, you have O-Connect. If you do that 14-day free trial. And to the right of O-Connect, you have O-Tracker if you did that 14-day free trial. In the next section, then you have the menu that is left of the when you see it on your computer. So you have the marketplace, favorites, etc. going down right under that. So if we take it back to the other view by unchecking the desktop site view, right, then it is going to look a little like this. But it's that same octagon thing going around at the top left, right? You click on it, and that is where that little menu pops out. So you have right below your 10 credits, you have dashboard, you have all founders. If you are a founder, if you are not a founder, you're not going to see that. Right beside dashboard, you will see O mail, and then O net, and then O trim, and then you have to scroll over right to left, and then you'll see O connect and O tracker, as again, if you subscribe to those two paid, which will be paid solutions. And then below that, it says, good evening, Derek Clark. And then below that, that is the rest of the menu, marketplace, my favorites, my subscription, etc., etc., if you please. Now, I specifically left out that line or that field that is right above the 10 credits and below the ONPASSIVE logo, which is your affiliate link. Now that affiliate link only comes up if you click on become an affiliate. As you register, especially our users, for those users that are on this webinar and on YouTube, for our users who are not founders or who are not have a founder's position, then that affiliate link, when you just register, it will say become an affiliate. You would have to click on that become an affiliate, and then you sign the NDCA, which is non-disclosure confidentiality agreement. Check the two boxes, choose your nationality, and put a little signature there and click submit. And when you do that, then affiliate link will pop up where you can share. As a user, you don't have to share the person who brought you in affiliate link, as you can do that for yourself and you can earn commissions for yourself. Yes, you can earn commission. There's no commission being earned right now, right? Because fortunately, which is the first ever in life. No other company did this before, where we are on the inside of the fence, right? Everyone normally, when a company is coming on board to the public, then we always wait on the outside of the fence. And when the company goes public and goes, well, not just public, but goes commercial, which means starting to sell products or sell our solutions, then that is when everybody really know about a company. But to the heart of this man, Ash Mafari, who started this journey with all of us, fortunately, we are on the inside of the fence, where we are seeing, first time ever, we are seeing the development stages of a mega company. Let me say that again, because we never understand that, or we never get that before, right? First time ever, right? First time ever that the general public, the general populace is able to be on the inside of a fence where a mega company is being developed. Never happened before. Ever happened before. Never, never, ever, ever happened before. And I have to say it again. For the general populace to be on the inside of the fence, viewing, looking, witnessing the development of a company before it start to sell product or and services and whatever, right? First time ever. So it is a privilege, really and truly, it is a privilege, and all of us should count it as a privilege to be here on the inside of a fence of a mega unicorn company before it really go commercial. So it is a pleasure and it is an honor for me personally to be here on the inside of that fence. Wonderful, right? And so that is the affiliate link, and please don't try to highlight the link and copy. No, there is two little sheet of paper that is to the right of the link, where from once you just click on that little icon, it says link copied successfully. That is what you share with persons. As I said, you can paste that in a Word document and put our notes and put some little things, type some little things to your pleasure or to your suit, or, you know, however you want to phrase for a person to click on your affiliate link. You can put all of that in a Word document, and then you can copy and paste it wherever you want to paste it, whether in WhatsApp, text message, email. Yes, you can click on where it says send invite, but so far this send invite is only for emails, right? You're not able to use it right now to go to LinkedIn and those places, and so therefore for now it would be best that if you want to put it into a WhatsApp or Messenger or any one of those other places, then the best thing to do would be just copy and paste it in a Word document, type up some little things with it, and then copy everything and paste it inside where you so desire, right? I use what is known as OneNote. Let me just show you that. I use what is known as OneNote for my typing of things, right? So you can pull up a OneNote, right? And you know, give it a name. invite. Let me use invite. My invite, right? My invite. All right. And then now you come into the body, and I kind of click 2 down. Okay. And click on paste. And of course, that is my affiliate link. So with my affiliate link now, I can type what I want. You know, click here. Click on this link to get my free meal. Free. And let me put a comma. Spam free. Meal solution. That's it. And put colon and that little thing there. Right. And then now, what I would do now is highlight all of this. Right? Highlight all of that and click on copy. And I can now paste that in WhatsApp. I can paste that in LinkedIn. I can paste that. But you'll be having a little discussion with the person before. You know, hi, John. Hi, Peter. How you doing? You know, I have an email solution that don't have no spam mail. That don't carry spam. Check it out and give me a feedback. If you like it or you don't like it. Right away, the person know you're not selling them anything, because all you need, what you need, is for a person to register. That's all you need at this time. Right? So you don't need to talk about products for sale, and we don't know how much it costs right now, but we don't need to talk about, you know, I want to talk to you about an opportunity that I have for you to make money. No, you don't need to do all of that. No. It's just simple and straightforward. Click on this link to get us free and spam-free mail solution or email solution, right? Because it's an email, it's an electronic mail, right? So you can put email solution, right? And of course, it is OMail. The name of it is OMail. So you have a discussion with the person first, etc., etc., so that the person would know that you're sending this. And you do 10 of that for the day, right? 10 of that for the day. Within 10 days, that's 100 people, right? So let us start doing that if you have not done that as yet. If you want to, let me say it, if you want to share. You don't have to share. So it's not a criteria. It's not something you have to do. If you want to share with friends and family, right? If you want to do that, you can do that. All right. So basically, that is the presentation that I would like to make today. It's very simple and straightforward, and it's looking at your ecosystem and what the affiliate link is for and how to use the affiliate link effectively and to invite persons to come on board so that you can have as much users. Because remember, Ashmafari said that on day one, persons who are sharing their affiliate link now, on day one, as long as these persons purchase a product on day one, then obviously you will be making money on day one. All right. So thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And back over to you, Queen Debbie. Queen Debbie or Queen Dr. Benny.
Oh, thank you so very much, Dr. Derek. We really appreciate you. I hope everybody have understood. So if you guys have any question, please, or any comment, please, could you raise your hands electronically? And we have Queen Kanla here that will help us. Thank you so much, Dr. Derek, for this amazing presentation. Actually, it is extraordinary. We appreciate you. Does anyone have any question? If you cannot talk, you can just write it on the chat and I will read it, or Queen Kanla or Brother Alfred will read it. Please let me know if you have any question. All right, Queen Sharon. Could you please unmute yourself and share us your excitement or any questions that you have? Thank you.
Good afternoon, good evening. For those who don't know me, I'm Sharon Whedon from Canada. I don't have a question. I just have a statement, so to speak. Dr. Derek, I just wondered if my grandmother used to always tell me, only a shoemaker sits down and works. Did your grandmother or an elderly person tell you that? Is that the reason why you're always standing up with during your webinars, or you just like to stand?
Oh, mercy. Well, when you talk about health, really and truly, it is very unhealthy to sit for long periods of time. Really, yeah. to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. And so I know that. And so some of the times I am sitting down to work because I mostly do things on the computer. I try to stand every 30 minutes, every 30-minute interval. But when it comes on to webinars, I try to stand for webinars because that is really the time when it is more in the context of exercise, so to speak, because when you stand, your spinal cord is set in the right place. When you sit, it actually, and that is why a lot of people have pain in their lower back, because they sit for hours and hours at a time, sometimes 4 or 5 hours, and they might just get up to use the restroom and then get up again to maybe have something to eat. But that is really not good for your holistic life. So it's simple things, it's simple things. And I think Queen Jacqueline speak of it a couple of weeks ago, where it comes down to health equal wealth, right? When you have good health, it's a part of wealth. All right. A lot of people just look at money for wealth, but no, wealth is really a lifestyle. So it's a series of things, because it doesn't make sense. You have $1 million a year and you have to spend it on hospital bills, and which means, 3, 4, 5 times a week or 5 days a week, you have to go to the hospital for this and for that and for that. You're not going to enjoy your $1 million that you're getting a year. So I stand because it is a lot more healthier for me personally to stand.
Right on. Well, they say if you don't use it, you'll lose it. I love your energy and you're enthusiastic. And I love hearing you speak, and I love that you stand up. But I just remember my grandmother used to always say, only a shoemaker sits down and works. So Thank you for that. I was just curious to know that I walk 5K a day every day, so I am very energetic. I'm always going. And when I did have a desk job, I did not like it at all. Like you, I used to get up and do some stretches and move around, and always walk on my lunch hour and stuff. So thank you for that. That's all I wanted to know. Back
Yes,
to you, Queen.
that is true. My great grandmother Dingy said that also, but you have to remember that those are the days when you didn't have computer. That's number one. Didn't have any computer, so that was really the only sitting down job. A shoemaker and a dressmaker and a tailor. Those were the only three jobs that require people to sit down. Everything else was manual labor, etc., etc. So, but they didn't hear about computer in those times. So that was why. Yeah, but my great grandmother Dingy did say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much. Also, back to you, Queen First Lady Dr. Benny.
Thank you so much. Queen Kamla, could you please proceed? Before you proceed, let me just read this note. There's a question here, and then from there you continue, please. This is from Josephine. God help us, help those who don't know how to do computers, those who don't know how to paste. Are we still going to get 3 apples when we begin? I don't understand this. Sister Josephine, are you available to please restate your statement or your question?
You already got the free apples. So far you get 10. You got 10 free apples so far. And we don't even start do anything yet. But if you check your ecosystem right away, just for registering into the ecosystem, you already have 10 free apples. You didn't sell anything or get to get it, right? So, and you may be just looking at it as 10 apples. But watch this now. We're talking about 1.4 million people. So for ONPASSIVE, it is 1.4 million times 10. You understand? So it's not, you see, which company does that? Which company really does that? Apart from ONPASSIVE, So you have already gotten 10 free apples. All right? So you can ask for more. And plus, the 97 apples that you spend to become a founder, you are going to be getting that back also. So you'll be having 107 free apples before you even get go. So you can't want it better than that. Come on.
Thank you so much, Dr. Derek. And I do understand that we have all those solutions there. You have OMail, which is free, right? You have ONet, which is free. Despite the apples that you're going to utilize to buy something, but you're going to utilize the OMail to send emails now to your brothers and sisters all over the globe. And with that ONet as well, you'll be able to communicate with your brothers and sisters everywhere, wherever, all over the globe. We have everything is free at the moment, and it's going to be free again and again because our CEO loves humanity. Queen Kamla, please proceed.
Yes. Thank you, Queen Dr. Benny. You said it all. Thank you, our ONPASSIVE wife. Yes. Greetings, global ambassadors. It's always a pleasure serving in the deep dive team. All right. I know I missed the beginning of the presentations, but I just want to acknowledge all our leaders, appreciate everyone and everybody. Thank you. At this time, I will go to the next hand raised, and that is going to be Brand Ambassador Nadine. Please unmute yourself and share with us your question or your comments.
Yes, hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. Good evening. So my question was actually directed to Dr. Derek. Earlier this afternoon, I had conducted a O Connect, and I had some guests that was on. And unfortunately, when I started, I was not able to unmute my mic. I did speak to Dr. Derek about it, and we did some process, and it still didn't work out. Then I proceeded to have 2 more O Connect, not for myself, but I was on as a guest. And what happened is it still did not come on. My mic and my video, my camera, but the last one I was able to get my camera to work. So I'm not quite sure what am I doing wrong, or what other process I can do so that I can get my mic to work. Now I can hear them as they're speaking, but they can't hear me.
Okay, it could be a number of reasons for that. Are you using a phone or a computer?
A computer.
Computer. All right, wonderful. Much easy and much. All right. So let us do it this way. First of all, if you don't activate your mic on your computer through your browser, then that can be one reason. You have to allow it. It comes up as allow, and sometimes it comes up and goes away so fast that you might not even notice it, right? But if you don't allow, and we're not talking about in O Connect now. First of all, we're talking when you're logging into the O Connect, or when you're starting the meeting. There's a pop-up that is your browser, because ONPASSIVE O Connect is using your browser, right? It's not a desktop, it's not a app as yet, so it uses your browser. So let us start, especially for persons who want to get their O Connect and all of that beautiful stuff. So let us go through the process. So of course, first of all, you log into your ecosystem, because everything starts there. Log into your ecosystem, and whoever creates the O Connect meeting, that person is the host. Everybody else is co-host. So that person is the host. From once you have 2 devices, you can do it for yourself, right? Do it for yourself. Right. So let us start. So you click on O Connect, and of course you are going to be logged into the O Connect dashboard. So this is the O Connect dashboard that we have here. And so this menu here is going to be your O Connect menu. This menu outside here is your OES, your ecosystem menu that is out here. So this one is your O Connect menu, right? So under the O Connect menu, you also have a dashboard. This is your dashboard, right? And this dashboard would be your OES dashboard over there, which is this one over here. This is your OES dashboard, right? And this is your O Connect dashboard. You click on webinar, that is in the O Connect menu. You click on webinar. Over here, it says create webinar. Create webinar. So you are going to click on create webinar, and this jumps up. So the first thing you want to do is enter the name of your event. So enter the event name. So for me, it will be Deep Dive. That is my event name, right? If it was a church, maybe it's Bible class, maybe it's lesson study, maybe it is whatever. If it's a birthday party, then you can put birthday party. If it's an anniversary you're keeping on Ocanek, and you want people to join you virtually, then you put a anniversary. Jacqueline Warner and Jacqueline Warner birthday party. Whatever it is that you are keeping, that is what you'll enter here. So for right now, it's Deep Dive Connect. Oh, and you cannot put special characters, just to let you know. Can't put any special characters. Connect test. All right. So that is the name of the event that I am doing. Right. So enter meeting agenda. All right. So it can be test Connect, navigate Connect, overview, you know, restore Jamaica. Oh, this is some things that we did. All right. So test Connect. All right. Okay. There is a difference between the conference and the webinar. Conference, webinar. Two difference. The conference mean that everybody can speak. Everybody. And you're only going to have 100 people total on your conference. But everybody can speak. Webinar, only persons who are the hosts, who you give the speaker link to, are speakers. Only those two group of people can speak readily. The rest of persons who are going to be participants, who we normally call guests on a webinar, especially with Zoom, we call them guests, but in OConnect, it's known as participants. The participants are not able to speak, not able to use their microphone, right? But you can have up to 1,000 people on the webinar, right? Ashmafari did say that with the paid version, you will be able to move persons directly from participants to speaker, right? But you can only have a total of 25 persons as speakers. So, you know, if you already have 25 people as speakers, then you're going to have to move out a couple of them to promote or bring persons from participants up to speaker. All right. So for this purpose, we're going to do webinar so that you can actually see the different links and all of those things, etc., etc. For your enter exit URL, what is that? The enter exit URL means that when the webinar is finished, when the 2 hours complete, or I mean with the paid version, when the time is completed and you end your webinar, whatever link, whatever URL, whatever web address that you put there, every person will see that website that you are pointing people to. So if you're pointing people to maybe a YouTube channel, so that you want them to, you know, subscribe, blah, 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 and you put that in there, when the webinar finish and ended, then that page will jump up in the web browser of all the persons that are present on the webinar, and they'll be able to do whatever, watch a video if that's what you point them to, or maybe you might want to point them to you know, whatever. It's just putting a link there. So in other words, let me get that squared away properly for you so you can actually see what I'm saying. So say for argument's sake, let me see what is my let me just double check something here quickly. Let me see. All right, so maybe, all right, so a YouTube channel. Okay, so all right, let me click on this one. This one is going live right now. All right, for argument's sake. Oh mercy. All right, going right. All right, beautiful. So I'll just copy this this URL, because this is a URL. This is a web a page, and what have you, a URL, right? So I just copy that and paste it right here, right? So when the meeting finish, it is going to actually go to this YouTube channel. All right, beautiful.
Okay.
All right, so that is the exit URL, which means when you click on exit on your meeting and close down the meeting and meeting finish, then every person that is on the meeting, they are going to see that page pop up on their web browser. All right, and then of course you can save this template, right? You can, and if you save templates, then you would have them there to just click on it and everything will be filled in automatically, right? Click on the time zone first, right? Click on your time zone first before you set your time, right? Again, click on your time zone first before you set your time, right? And so, for argument's sake, let me scroll down. All right, let me just use Jamaica time. Start the meeting immediately. All right, so auto-generated event ID or your personal event ID. For now, it doesn't really matter, right? Because we don't have a app as yet. So the app, maybe you could just put in the ID and you're good to go. But we don't have all of that thing set up right yet, but it's there, and so we're good to go. So create event, right? An event is created for 8:30, which is now basically. All right, and so therefore, bam. Oh, before I start the meeting, let me now with webinar, you're going to have 3 links. Well, it's actually 5, right? Why 5? You have a host link. This one is for the host. If you notice, it doesn't come with any raw link. No. Then you have your 2 speaker link. One is already trimmed in OTrim automatically, and then the other one is the raw link. Then you have the attendee link, right? So you have the attendee trim link, which is trimmed already in OTrim, and of course you have the raw link. So if you copy this raw link and send it to someone, paste it somewhere and send it to someone, you know, then they will just get the raw link. Preferably scroll down to the bottom right and click on copy event invitation. When you copy event invitation, then all of this information with the event, the time, who organize it, and the event ID will also be a part of that piece, right? So if I go to WhatsApp, right? If I go to WhatsApp, I can just paste that to someone. Please don't take a picture, because nobody will be able to click on the link if you take a picture of it and send it to people. Nobody will be able to click on it. And that's going to defeat the purpose of what you want to achieve, right? So please, okay, while I'm here at this time, for persons who want to put WhatsApp on their computer, you go to web.whatsapp.com. Then you go to WhatsApp on your phone. Go to WhatsApp on your phone, right? While you're in all the persons who send your messages, you click on the three little dot at the top right, and you click on link device. Then you click on link a device on your phone, and then you scan the QR code. And when you scan the QR code, what it does is that it gets the information from off your phone and it put it on your computer. So you can have WhatsApp right there on your computer and make life a little simpler. When OPAL comes around, then of course, well, I am going to be using OPAL and not WhatsApp, just to let you know that. All right, so we'll be using OPAL to do what we just did a while ago. All right, and so as I said, we click on the copy event invitation, and then you can go to WhatsApp and you can paste the invitation in WhatsApp for people. And even if you go to email, right? Let me go to our email, compose, right? And I can paste it in an email too. Paste, right? And see it there. Everything is there. The link is there. The event ID, the what have you. And then I type who I want to send it to. Dr. Patience, right? Let me see if I have. No, I don't have Queen Debbie. Let's see if I have. No. All right, but you will be able to put more than one email and send it if that is your choice, etc., etc. Right, and you can do the same thing in WhatsApp. This don't load up yet because it's still loading all my my WhatsApp information on that. But that is the simple way to do it. Just copy the event invitation, and you can paste it anywhere you want to paste it, so that people can be a part of your webinar. Now, the next thing you are going to do, of course, as the host, as the person who created the webinar, you click on Start Webinar. When you click on Start Webinar, all right, then you have to click here also, Start Meeting. When this comes up, the first thing you are going to do as the host, the very first thing you have to do as the host is you're going to click on AV View, Audio Video View. When you click on Audio Video View, a little box is going to jump up here with your name. If your name, why is that here? If your name is not there, right, then you type your name in to this space, right? You type your name into the space and you click submit, name and country. Well, you don't even have to type it in the paid version. As Ashmafari said, your flag is going to automatically come up and looking pretty and nice and all of that. So you don't even have to worry about all of that going forward. But that is the first thing you need to do. Then, as a host, you need to click on the speaker up there. You need to click on the video up there and check so that all of these things are enabled. Right? Now, if you as a host don't have after you click on this, enable this microphone down here, right? And you see it take a little while before it is enabled. So if you don't enable your microphone here, then there's nothing, no one will hear anything. You have to see this lovely line going across at the bottom of your screen, and you know that your microphone is enabled. Now, one thing, you can click on audio settings and ensure that the device, the audio device, is enabled by clicking on audio. And if you notice, my Yeti mic, my Yeti microphone is enabled on this device. So if it is not the right microphone, then you click on this little stroke here, this little arrow over on the far right of where it says default microphone. If that's not the right microphone, because like for me, I have an external microphone, which is the Yeti, right? So it might be looking at your built-in microphone, because most computers, well, laptops come with built-in microphones. Desktop computers don't come with built-in microphone, so you would have to have a physical microphone if you are using a desktop. And so you click on this little arrow to the right of where the microphone is supposed to be, and you look in the list for your physical microphone that you have attached or built in to your laptop or desktop computer. So if that is done and you're on the right microphone, right, and everything there is good, your microphone is unchecked, and this microphone up the top here is unchecked, and also you did click on audio video view and you put in your name and all of that is done, and you're still having a problem, then quite possible the browser, because if you notice right here, there is a little dot that let me know that my microphone and camera is connected. So you can click on that browser, click on your browser tab, right? You can click on your browser tab, right? And let me see. No, nothing is coming up. All right. Oh, so you just okay. All right. So it's not right. Okay. All right. So you just ensure that this is also enabled. If it is not enabled, right, this little circle, this on your OConnect, tab, right, if this is not enabled, then you know that it's your browser setting. So you'd have to go to your browser setting now. You'd have to go to your browser setting and find out where you can enable your microphone for your browser if you don't have that right there. All right. And let me see if I can find it here. Performance. I'm not seeing it at all. Customize. All right. All right. But in the settings, you'd have to look for it and allow, because that is what is happening. Your microphone on your browser is not being allowed. So if when you log in, even if you're a host or not a host, everybody's supposed to have this little orangish looking thing on that ONPASSIVE OConnect tab. And if you don't have this little orange circle, that let you know that your OConnect audio and video is connected, then you need to go to your settings to see how to or where to enable it. All right, so those are the checks that you can check to find out what is happening on your OConnect. And if all of that fail, then you try another browser and do the same thing. Go through all of those checks. All right.
Okay. Thank you so much. Wow. I have a lot to do. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Derek, Dr. Patient, Dr. Benny, Dr. Rachel, and all the brand ambassadors. Thank you for taking the time to, for me to listen to all this.
You're very much welcome. I'm glad Dr. Derek was able to walk you through, and not only you, because there are 2 questions in the chat that has been answered just by your question. And so my hope is the ambassadors that had similar questions, I think Ambassador Uche, I responded to you that I hope you were listening and following what Dr. Derek was doing, because that was answered. Thank you so much, Dr. Derek. You are indeed our apple for tonight in the dream team. Thank you for all you do, helping all brand ambassadors. At this time, I would like to call on brand ambassador Angelo. Please unmute yourself and just chime that in. Please proceed.
Thank you, Queen Carla.
You're welcome.
Oh, I thank Queen Jackie and Dr. Derek for their wonderful presentations. It's always good for us to take the notes, and mostly to keep those notes, like Queen Jackie said, because most of the time we lose them, and then it's always new. Everything is always new for us. I have a question for Dr. Derek. I did not how do you say it? I did not download the O tracker. I did not have the trials, the 2 weeks trials. Is it possible for me to have it? Because I would like to. That's the first one.
Yes, let's go to your OS. All right. Go to your ecosystem, or otherwise known as your OS. All right. From once you don't see OConnect or O tracker in your menu, your OES menu, all you need to do is go to Marketplace, click on Marketplace, right? And scroll down. If it's OConnect, click on OConnect. If it's O tracker, you click on O tracker, right? You click on O tracker, and it will say start 14 days. I have started mine already, but it will say start 14 days free trial. You click on start 14 days free trial, and it will go to our next page where it says start now. You just click on start now and you will be good to go.
Oh, I see. So it's the same thing as OConnect.
Yes, ma'am.
I did with OConnect. Okay.
Nothing different.
Yeah.
Yes, Ashmafar try to keep everything simple.
Okay.
Simple.
All right. That's good. So when you were explaining how to use OConnect, yeah, I put a question on the chat because you open a YouTube video, and I missed it a little bit. How to connect the video with OConnect? I don't know if you know.
No, I wasn't necessarily connecting the video to OConnect. That's not what I was doing. I was showing you how to use the exit URL.
Okay.
So it don't have to be a YouTube video. It can be your website. It can be, you know, maybe if you have a Google document that you want persons to go to this Google document to maybe, you know, do something, whatever it is. It's not necessarily connecting. It's not to connect YouTube with OConnect. It's just an exit URL to put there, and you don't have to put it there. You don't have to do it. It's not a criteria. It's just people are asking, what is that for? What is that enter exit URL for when you're creating a webinar?
Yeah. So what I was trying to understand is, did you share? How did you do that exactly, precisely at that moment after you showed the video? How did you put it in exit? That's what I needed to do.
Okay. All right. So let us go back to it then.
Thank you.
I was here. This is where I was, and I was creating a webinar.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you're creating a webinar. This is what I was addressing.
Oh, okay.
All I was addressing was this.
Oh, okay.
This is what I was addressing. It's not something you have to do. It's not connecting YouTube to your OConnect. That's not what I was doing. I was addressing this field. This is the field that I was addressing, right? So that if you want to enter an exit URL, the exit URL is for when you exit in the meeting, when you finish the meeting, when you finish the webinar, or when for the 2 hours, it automatically end the meeting. However, the meeting ends, what this exit URL does is that every person that was on the meeting, it will send them to this URL that you enter there. That's all. It will just send them to that URL. So if you want to send them to a YouTube video, if you want to send them to your website, if you want to send them to whatever you want to send them to, that is the purpose of that exit URL.
All right. I got you. Thank you. Okay, my next and I think my last question is about ONET. I have an account where I was trying to apply whatever I read in ONET, and I have a few difficulties I don't know how to invite people, and then I have a picture that keeps multiplying everywhere. So it's kind of annoying.
I'm not sure about the multiplying of pictures, exactly what you mean, but to invite,
unless you see it.
to invite Okay. To invite people with ONET, of course, you're going to click on ONET. Right? You'll click on ONET first of all. And of course now, this is ONET. Your ONET menu is at the top, running across the top up here, right? So it is going to default to my posts, friends, club, blog, event, my media, etc. more. All right. So if you as it were want to invite someone to your, what you call it now, invite someone to your ONET, right? It is going to be different from inviting them to your club. But you can also create clubs. But I guess you're dealing with inviting people to your ONET. So you click on friend, right? And over here where it says search, you type in a name. Let me see. Let me put Canla. Okay. All right, and you click on search. All right, and see about 4 persons come up, right, as Canla. Now, fortunately for these 4 persons, the picture is there. So I know that this Canla is not Canla Raquel that is here, because these 4 pictures come up. But anyway, so for argument's sake, this is the Canla that I needed or that I know. I click on her name, right? Click on her name and her picture or whatever it is, and click on add friend. Simple as straightforward as that. So you search for the person first, and then you click on add friend. You click on the person who is the person who you're searching for, and then you click on add friend. And from once you do that, a friend request is going to go to this Canla or the person who you want to be friends with, and then that person would have to accept your friend request, and they can accept or they can reject or they can just leave it there. All right, but until they accept, then you will not connect with that person, basically. All right, and the second question, I am not 100% on the second question.
Yeah, about this question already. So those names are already in the system, or
yes, they would have to. No,
because
no, no.
I tried to invite, I didn't see anybody.
No, no, no. They would have to, as I said, yes, every person would have to register with ONET. That person would have to register to ONET. So you can't be looking for a person who don't even have, who is not even in the ecosystem.
Okay.
They have to, first of all, they have to register with a free OMail account, which means they will be in the ecosystem. And after they are in the ecosystem, they would have to register to ONET. Then you'll be able to see their name, right? Then you'll be able to see their name.
So I see. So if they are
come up here, come up. Hold on, let me go back to where it was. Right, then you'll see the, all right, let me search for your name. Right, ANGELOT. Right, and search. Right? And these come up: Esther, Angelot, Madgod. Right? So one of these quite possible may be yours, because
They are all mine.
oh, they are all yours. There you go. Beautiful. So all of your accounts that you have registered in ONET, because you have to register in ONET for me to see your name here. You have to register to ONET. So it cannot be my brother I am searching for when I know that my brother not even in the ecosystem.
Okay.
Much less register with ONET. All right. So the person has to be registered with ONET. So a lot of brand ambassadors, they are registered in the ecosystem with an OMail, but they might not necessarily register with ONET. Right? So you'd have to find out if they are registered to ONET, and so you can get them.
Okay. So this is applicable for our friends too. I mean people we have invited.
Yes, yes. Any person
who
register with ONET. Yes.
Thank you.
Definitely. And what was your last question, your second question? I didn't really get that question.
Yeah, no, it's just that on any time I click on a picture, it keeps going everywhere, but I was trying to delete it and I couldn't. So
when you say
it
going
gives me a lot of pictures in my own net, and it's a little bit annoying.
Are you doing it on a phone or on your computer?
On computer.
On your computer. All right. So I am not too sure which picture you are clicking on per se.
The same picture that goes on and on and on.
When you say same picture again, what do you mean? What do you mean by same picture?
The picture which is on my
so like if I click on this,
what? Yes.
like this picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what do you mean it going? If I click on it, I just click on it and it comes up. So what do you mean by going? When you say it going, what do you mean? It's supposed to just load and come up like that. So I can now type something about this picture, maybe give it a thumbs up, right? Or something. So I'm not too sure what you mean by it's going.
So I put it in my profile. I put it on that big picture, and maybe when I was filling all my all kind of forms in ONET, it kept coming on, but maybe it's not a problem.
All right, so clear your cache. Click on these three little dots here.
Yes.
Hover over history. Click on history over here. Right? And then this comes up. You're going to click on clear browsing data. Then you're going to click on advance in where it says time range. Going to go all the way down to all time, and at least ensure that these two are checked. So you can uncheck that. Cookies, check it. Cache, check it. And all the rest is unchecked. And then you click on clear data. Right? Because you don't need these, after you go on the website. Because every website that you go on, the website is going to download a cookie on your computer for that website to open. That is going to stay on your computer until you come here and clear it and clean it out. All right?
All right, thanks. So
that may be one of the things you need to do so that you can clean up your browser.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. I think that's all.
I like the smile on your face. Thank you. I'm glad you're satisfied.
Thank you.
Dr. Benny, are you there to take the next, or do you want me to continue?
All right, let me take one and then you continue.
Okay.
I believe the next one is Josephine, right?
Yes.
All right. Brand Ambassador Josephine, could you please unmute yourself and share us your excitement, or if you have any question based upon this topic?
Yes.
Proceed,
Thank you.
please.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I want to clarify when you said that, when I put my question in and you said apples, 3 apples, that was not meant to be apple. That was meant to be people, the word people. I felt so embarrassed when Dr. Derek answered, explaining that in $97 and the money and that I did not mean to ask about money. That was meant to be the word people, 3 people. You know how in the beginning when we were being taught about this whole system, we were told that everybody would be getting 3 people. And so that is what I meant to ask about, because I have some people, like at least 3 people who I registered, and they don't know, they don't have computers, they have phones, and all they can do with those phones is answer a call or make a call. They don't know how to do nothing computer. So I'm thinking about them. They are depending on getting those 3 people that were promised to everybody, because they don't know how to go on the computer or on their phone and invite anybody. And so they are planning, they're depending on getting those 3 people, as well as they are also thinking that when we start, they can use word of mouth to invite friends and family. So that's what I was asking about. Would that still be possible?
Okay. First of all, you totally misunderstood from the inception. Nobody not giving in 3 people. Let me just. That was never ever the scenario. Ever. Nobody giving in 3 people. Nobody getting any 3 people from ONPASSIVE. Okay. That's never the scenario. Right.
But it's not right. I take it that you're gonna explain that.
Right. No, it based on the structure that Ashmafara was thinking about years ago. It was 3 and you're free. That was the exact statement. 3 and you're free. Which means when you have 3 persons based on that structure, then you would not have to be paying that subscription. All right. That has been thrown out the window about 3 years ago now, or 2.5 years ago. That has been thrown through the window. We are not a MLM, first and foremost. And so that MLM kind of structure that was kind of talked about in the beginning, that has been thrown through the window 2.5 to 3 years ago. What we have now is you sell a product, you get a commission. that's it. That's the simplest way I can put it. All right. And so how is that going to be done? 2 ways. You purchase traffic from ONPASSIVE, targeted traffic from ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE send those traffic to your website. Persons come on your website. Okay. Make a purchase. You get a commission. And of course, that commission will be monthly because that person will be paying a subscription monthly. 2, you share it with somebody. If you want to, you share whatever products are your website with somebody. That person come on your website, see the products that you have on your website, and purchase a subscription. And of course, you get a commission. That's it, plain and straight. So there's no 3 and this and 2 and the persons get a subscription and you get paid your commission. That's it. All right. So take out the 3 or the this or the whatever you had in your mind before, because that don't work. Or 2.5, 3 years now, that's not in the picture. All right.
So, all right, I'm totally. I won't even comment on that. Because if I were stupid at the beginning, I'm not gonna make myself more stupid right now.
No, man, there's no stupidity here, man. Go ahead and clarify yourself properly. I mean, get yourself clarified properly. So if you don't understand now, that is why we are here, to try to make sure that persons are on the same page as what ONPASSIVE is about. Because, you know, that's why we are here. So no question is stupid, and no person is stupid. So just erase that out of your mind. Also, allow it anything that has to do with 3 or anything.
Put it the other way. Totally, I absolutely.
Because you don't get commission based on people.
Misunderstood.
You do not get commission based on people. You get commission based on subscription. That's the point I'm making.
What was that part about when people used to ask, say how when at the end of when prescription is to be paid, when your founder has to pay their prescription at the end of the month, beginning of the month, and they don't have enough in their wallet to pay. You remember when they used to say it's $250, around $250 per month? You remember? Subscription.
That also has been thrown through the window. And so let us just pause for our cause a little. And I'm first going to just ask Queen Canla or Queen Dr. Benny to just close the YouTube, because we're kind of going into some heavy duty preparatory stuff. So if we could just close the YouTube for me, please.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Derek. Thank you for your understanding, brand ambassadors. At this time, we would like to close the YouTube. Thank you, everyone watching us tonight. We appreciate you being able to join Deep Dive. And